Warlock II: The Exiled picks up immediately after the events of the prior game, Warlock: Masters of the Arcane, both of which developed by Ino-Co Plus. On a very basic level, this is Civilization with magic, but it's much more than that, sharing resemblance and gameplay to that of Master of Magic over anything else. But Civilization with magic may have to suffice for those unfamiliar with MOM. You have 6 races to choose from that roughly play the same way but with different starting bonuses. At the present, you can choose from playing in Exiled mode, which has you vanquishing other mages and defeating the United One, or Sandbox mode, that allows you to turn on the ability to cast the Unity spell and untick other options like fighting other mages. Next, you'll choose world size and number of opponents before starting the game. As the story goes, the world has been split into shards and you must travel to different planes to get closer to Ardania, the core. The premise is quite simple. Build a magical empire on a hex grid. The hex gives for more angles of movement and attack rather than on a square grid. Once I cleared the first world, I moved on to the next, and then the next. While I've left worlds behind, there's a literal amount of layers here as my home world is still on the original shard that I left. I take over cities already in place here, but there's still a connection to the home world building that empire up. So you never feel like you're starting over time and again. The world is brimming with color, even in the cold Arctic to the hot sands and everything in between, including jungles and other typical landscapes. Creatures lurk in the water, and once defeated, slump over in an over-the-top way you'd see in a cartoon. You'll often be researching new buildings to create and pump out various fighter types to further your conquest, and researching spells to cast in defense, healing, or to whittle down an opponent's city. These spells branch into newer and more powerful spells at a higher magic cost. I was surprised at the amount of NPC quests that I came across during my time with the game. This adds another layer to the game with RPG elements. Not only do you have a focus on defeating or at least repelling your enemies, you are now tasked with quests to complete. These come at a rather furious pace, giving you many opportunities to earn gold to further your cause. The multiplayer is working, but sadly I wasn't able to find anyone to play with. So the co-op, PvP, co-op, PvE, and the regular just PvP goes untested at this time. There's also a built-in editor that was not available for preview, but will be complete upon release. Warlock 2 feels really complete, as it should. It comes out on April 10th. That's really soon. Having played the original Warlock, it feels like a tighter, more focused experience without relying too hard on seriousness or any kind of gravitas. And thankfully so. The cartoon humor gives the game some levity, and I look forward to playing more and experimenting further as I expand my empire. I've put a link to the game in the description for those looking to grab it and get into the beta now.